Hello, everyone. I want to tell you a story, an amazing story actually, of how I became a photographer without actually owning a camera. So I have over 2.8 million views on my Pexels portfolio. I have exhibited my work both locally in Cape Town specifically, and also I've gotten the opportunity to exhibit my work internationally. The place is just near, but Swaziland is international because it's not South Africa. So I've also gotten the opportunity to work with very, very big individuals. Um, I'm speaking about the likes of Mpumi Nobiva, uh, and that kind of got me the opportunity to get my work to be featured in BONA magazine, the October issue of BONA magazine. So this month, 2 years ago, which was 2022, I got a magazine. I received a magazine with the pictures that I had taken with Nobiva. And yeah, I've also been able to attend the Sony Alpha festivals where I got the opportunity to use um, their cameras, their equipment, and in 2022 I got the opportunity to use the Sony Alpha 7C, and last year in 2023 I used the Sony Alpha 7 IV, and these have allowed me the opportunity to kind of grow my portfolio. And I just wanted to share with you this amazing story of how I became a photographer without actually owning a camera. And I'm not gonna give you any tips of or any unrealistic tips on how to become a photographer, even if you don't have a camera, or how to work on your craft, whatever it is that you love, without actually having the right equipment. Um, but yeah, this is kind of do what you can with what you have where you are. That's the kind of video, and I'm going to give you 3 tips that you can use uh, to kind of work on your craft, even if you don't necessarily have everything that you need at the moment. So I have 3 tips for you. Please do forgive me because I'll have to kind of refer to the computer here. Um, so tip number 1, which is the most important one, I think, is work on your craft. So if you're a painter, um, try by all means to paint something at least once a month. If you're a photographer and you have a cell phone, try to get your artistic opinions out there through your photographs using your phone. You don't necessarily have to use a really expensive camera for people to notice that you're actually gifted, because art actually comes from within, and the tools that we use are just mediums of getting the message across. And whichever tool that you use, you could still get your message across. For example, I when I started out, it was when I really delved deep into photography. It was 2020, and my brother kind of borrowed me his camera, and we were in lockdown. So it was this beautiful little baby here. This is a Pentax X5, uh, 16 megapixels. So it's not great quality, but it was good enough to get me started out. And it also allowed me the opportunity to kind of, so the pictures that I took, one of them is the one that I got to, actually two of them I got to exhibit in Swaziland. So it was the chosen one, which was my little sister. I'll put the pictures in the video. So it was the chosen one, which is my little sister, and then I had another picture which is 7, which is Tandule to my very good friend and brother. So I didn't use a very expensive camera to kind of take those pictures, and also the pictures were actually taken outside. I wish I could get like the behind the scenes so that you could see that we actually took a bed sheet and then we hanged it over a line, and then we took a pillowcase and wrapped it around my sister to create the picture, the chosen one. So it wasn't really anything fancy, but it was it was enough to get my message across, and I think it's very important for you as an artist to continually work on your craft, because if you wait for the right time, then you might wait forever. If you wait for the right equipment, if you wait for the right people, then you might wait forever. And if you haven't realized by now that people usually put their money or put their trust where there's work, there's proof, there's proof that you've done something. Even when you go ask for funding somewhere, the person will ask you, what have you sold? Or what have you done? Let's see what you've done. So it's very important for you as a creative entrepreneur to kind of work on your craft, work on it on a daily basis. You have to stay consistent as much as you can. I know in our time and days, and it's very difficult to do that, but it's very important that you work on your craft with what you have. And then the second tip I have for you is to kind of provide value. So I remember when in 2022, when I released my first project, it was called The Freelance. So those were the pictures I took between 2021. It was pictures I took between 2021 and 2022, and then I just compiled them, and then I published them on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at the time. And not only did I just publish the pictures, yes, I wanted people to see my pictures, but what I did was that I included some quotes, that accompanied the pictures. Those quotes, for most people, I got DMs from some of the people, and they were telling me that, yeah, what you just posted now is actually what I needed to hear. I'd post just short motivational quotes from things that I've consumed, like books, movies, something that I've read somewhere or heard somewhere, and then I just take that and put it as as part of a publication when I published a picture on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And that was my way of providing value, because I didn't want to just bombard people with my pictures and ask them to like, share, and comment without actually providing any real value to them. So I think as a creative as well, you should try and kind of provide value to your immediate community. What is it that you giving to people? Not always asking, because when you ask someone to like, when you ask someone to comment, you're asking them, but what are you giving back? And for me as well, I've kind of realized that in order for people to connect deeper with my work, I have to provide value in a way. And that's why I've decided to do videos like this, to kind of provide value and motivation and inspiration that you can start with what you have. It doesn't have to be a lot. Yeah. And the third tip that I'm going to give you, which is also very important. I mean, I don't want to rank them. I would say which one is comes number one, but the third tip is collaborate. So I've worked with my friends. I've worked with the closest people, actually. So I've worked with my friends, and then when I was in Cape Town, I was studying at UWC, I also got the opportunity to meet other creatives as well, and then I've worked with them, and that, through the spirit of collaboration, that's how Primordial Enigma, which is the project I'm working on, was born. In a way, it was through the spirit of collaboration, because alone you can only go so far, but with other individuals, and then you fuse your creative minds together, you'll definitely create magic. And yeah, so just to recap on what I've mentioned, that you can do what you can with what you have where you are. And I've provided you with 3 tips. So the first one is work on your craft as much as you can, even if it's on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be, because I know most young creatives are either at school or they're starting out in their careers, working for corporate or something like that. And also, you have to kind of um, provide value to your community. You know, I used to take it for granted when people, I'd see other creatives on YouTube, I'd see other creatives on Instagram, kind of taking us through their process of creation. So if they're working on a project, they take you through the process. To some extent, that provides value because you get to see how authentic that person actually is. That acts as a source of inspiration, and if you can be able to inspire others, that simply means you are providing value to them. You're providing value to your creative community. Uh, and the last one is collaborate. Work with as many people as you can. Work with as many people as you can. You'll find out that where you lack someone, it's someone's strength. So collaborate as much as you can. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video. I blurred a lot, was saying a lot, but I hope you can kind of get the gist of things, and I wish you nothing but success, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.